Hey, what's up everybody? Yeah, I know I wanted to make that Q&A video or the update on the homemade internals by And the Hero is for the Defender T3, but I just had to make a video after what happened today. So let me just tell you guys, I was actually out at work, and I was scouting around the place that I actually had to make my rounds at. I won't really disclose too much about my job, but anyway, I just walked past this toy shop and I chanced upon this. First spotted it when when SGNF actually posted pictures up regarding the Speed Swarm, and we all know that from the Dart Tech line, the Speed Swarm had a really weird blue trigger, and then following which we actually saw information out on the web about the Dart Tech Sharp Shot that was featured with the blue trigger, and it said that shoots further than the original version or the previous version or something like that. So anyway, I kind of chanced upon this. I didn't really hear much news about any other blaster, but then if you look carefully, I know you can't really tell from this picture, but this picture actually spots, actually shows the Speedload 6 sporting a blue trigger, and you can actually see clearer. Okay, on this picture over here, you can see it's a blue trigger with the Speedload 6, and on the back it's also featured with the blue trigger. Everything else is the usual color though. And now the interesting thing to take note is that, okay, I can't really find the picture over here. Okay, in this picture over here, I know it's pretty hard for you guys to see on my crappy quality camera, but for this particular picture, this dude over here is actually holding a Swarmfire, and the Swarmfire also spots a blue trigger. So I'm kind of thinking, so what does this actually mean, that the 2012 Dart Tech line is all going to have blue triggers? I'm not so sure. I don't even know if this guy, has improvement in performance, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just check it out because I see no documentation whatsoever about this online. I picked it up for 26.90 Singapore dollars, which is about the average price of the Speedload 6, and you can see clearly here also the blue trigger. And well, yeah, so there have been reports by some of the nerfers in Singapore, some of the other nerfers, especially on the NerfSG forums, that they spotted other blasters actually in the stores, on the shelves, with blue triggers, like for example the Swarmfire. So yeah, I thought that it would be pretty interesting, because actually I wanted to get this for a friend, but I am quite a fan of the Speedload 6. It's a personal reason. I think that reloading on the fly and being able to accept all sorts of darts, including streamlines and slam fire, all in one single blaster, is pretty cool, and it's one of the only two stock blasters that I actually keep just in case there are any stock wars. And this is the original, as you can tell from the orange trigger, the original Speedload 6 that was actually released last year for the Dart Tech line. And just to reiterate to you guys, I have a bunch of 4 streamlines, and we all know that Dart Tech blasters are actually meant to fire off Dart Tech darts, or in this case actually handles the Whistler darts, but I'm going to load it with 4 streamlines in case you guys don't already know. This is just for the sake of everybody and all my viewers who don't really know about this. Okay, it doesn't just fire off streamlines, or it's not just able to fire off streamlines. In fact, it has the slam fire ability, much like the Raider or the Quick 16. So I'm just gonna use my right hand instead. I'm gonna squeeze the trigger like that, hold it down, and I'm gonna start pumping the priming handle or the pump handle, and you'll see that it actually slam fires. Right, it's very awkward for me to do that because I'm not a right-hander, so I have to apologize. I guess that's the downside of being a left-hander. These kind of blasters, with the loading area on the left side, doesn't really make sense for us, not so ergonomical. So anyway, I'm gonna just quit my banter, and I'm gonna start opening up this box to show you guys the one with the blue trigger, and I'm gonna do some quick comparisons. I highly doubt that I'll be able to give you guys a proper range test and range comparison between the two, but I will do whatever I can because it's pretty late at night and I don't want to wake my family and my neighbors. So I get my trusty pen knife. Okay, pretty good unboxing, and okay, here we go. Now, I've never seen this before in real life, and I've never seen any coverage of this, any of the blue triggered blasters online. Okay, so nothing else in the box. What dropped was the Speedload 6 instruction manual, or the booklet that comes with it, and wow, So you can see that, whoa, oops, I almost dropped it there. So you can see that it already has the blue trigger over here, and everything else seems to be the same. So give me a moment while I actually remove this thing from the box. Okay, so I got it out, and I'm gonna just compare it side by side to see if there's any differences in the color. Oh, okay, look at this. This is just the outline of the silhouette, the outline actually of a tag dart. I'm sorry, tag dart. Okay, slipped my mind. But on the blue triggered version, it actually says 6 darts max. It states over here clearly how many darts you can actually hold up, and see if there's any other visible differences. Color shades are almost exactly identical for every other part of the blaster. To avoid injury, blah blah blah. See if I can see the copyright. Okay, the copyright is still the same. It's stated in 2010. The patents are the exact same numbers, and a serial number. I'm assuming it's a serial number. It's exactly the same. It's C-048A. See if there's any difference on the other side. No visible differences between these two on this side. Yeah, so I think apart from this imprint over here, and of course the noticeable blue trigger, nothing else is different. It's almost exactly identical. So the next question, I guess, would be, can the blue triggered version fire off streamlined darts? So I'm gonna do a quick demonstration. Let me just go pick up my streamlined darts. Okay, I am back, and I decided that before I load up the 4 streamlined darts, I'm gonna just check if I can feel any difference in the load of the spring, and it feels exactly the same. Even it's greasy. What the hell? I can actually feel some of the lubricant on the handle over here. But anyway, as I was saying, even the trigger pull feels the same, and the amount of tension or recoil, if that's the correct term I should use for a toy blaster, is exactly the same as the original Speedload 6. So here we go. I'm just going to load 4 streamlines into this guy. So all 4 streamlines are in now in the clip area, and I'm going to fire off 1 streamline. Yeah, apparently it can fire off streamlines too. So now I'm going to do a slam fire, and sorry guys, I'm going to have to do it in my left hand because I feel more comfortable that way. So I'm just going to squeeze the trigger and hold it down, and let's go. So slam firing is not a problem. So apparently this feels almost exactly the same as the original version. So now I'm going to try and find a way to give you guys a firing range comparison or demonstration, hopefully without waking my family up. So catch you then. Alright, so I decided that the only way to maintain fairness between the comparison of these two is to actually load these guys with different colored tagger darts, and for the range comparison I'll be firing them down the hallway over there. And I know it's not pretty good or not fantastic, or it's definitely not the best way to actually measure your range. I don't really have access to my measuring tape right now. It's actually locked up, stowed away in a corner somewhere. But I will actually fire off both and unload all darts from each of the blasters, and then I'll take the camera and we will take a walk and see if there's any visible noticeable difference. To be fair and show you guys, I'm gonna dry fire these two just to prove to you guys that these are still stock with the air restrictors inside it, with the dart packs, and absolutely no modifications done. So the first one is the orange trigger, this one. And you hear the muffled sound, and now it's for the one of the blue trigger. Alright, so I'm gonna load these guys up with darts right now. Alright, so I've loaded up these guys with darts, and the one on the orange trigger has the so-called quote-unquote newer type of darts. As you can see, the ones with the blue tips, blue and white tips, the velcro strip tips, and you can see that they're all the same color inside here. Now it's pretty hard for you to see under this light and this angle on the camera, so I apologize for that. And the new one with the blue trigger actually has the green tagger dart. It's an older tagger dart, but it's green, and you can see the rest of the tagger darts inside that are all green in color. I don't know if I can try and find a good angle. Yeah, but you get what I mean, you get the gist of it. So yeah, I'm gonna start firing off with the old one first down that hallway. And to be fair, I am not gonna slam fire these guys. I wonder if you can see me. Okay, you can. Okay, I'm sorry for my bad aiming, but I hit that chair most of the time. So anyway, I've unloaded all 5 darts. So I'm actually flew past this dining table into the kitchen. Now let's go check out what the other blaster can do. It seems to me that the performance is about the same, so I'm just gonna take the camera and walk you down there. Let's go. So there, first green dot, and the first 2 we've already walked past. Here's another green dot ricocheted off, and let's go into the kitchen and see. Now we have to account for dot skip, so we have the old darts over here and we have the newer darts over here, like that. So to be fair, we can't say for sure that the new ones, the newer Speedload 6 actually yields better ranges. We can't say that because you have to account for dart skip, and of course the fact is that it's in my kitchen and it's not an open area. I don't have a good line of fire, but I mean, in all honesty, from the way I see it and through my experience, if you guys don't mind me actually using that as a selling point, or as a, you know, I guess a valid point proof, that actually doesn't really, you know, give me much of a difference. I don't feel that there's a difference in the range. I don't actually see any differences in power. I don't feel any differences in the spring load, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So I guess they just wanted to update, in my opinion. I guess Nerf and Hasbro and Nerf just wanted to update the Darttech blasters to, you know, this 2012 colorway where all the triggers are all going to be blue. I have no idea why, but that's my take on it. So if you guys you know, actually come across a Speedload 6 and you're able to actually have better range test conditions, please go ahead and do it. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I apologize, but yeah, that's what it is to me. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that the Sharp Shot actually used better ranges and better distances, but you know, please don't take my word for it. I would love to do a comparison, but as you guys know, I've modded all my Sharp Shots, and I've sold all of it, and I don't have a stock one. I don't have a stock old version, in fact. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video. I'm still taking in questions for the Q&A, so if you guys haven't got your Q&As down, or haven't got your questions for me down, please go ahead, write in the comments below on this video or my previous video to do with my updates. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.